Hi, and welcome to Trains Are Us. How we doing, folks? Right, we are here in the Birmingham Cross City Line, Litchfield, Bromsgrove and Redditch route here in Trainwell 6, and we're just going to start this one from the timetable, the 2U34 Longbridge to Four Oaks. Driving this passenger service, it's a Class 323 regional railway or regional rail. It's one of them. Right, it's an 119.5 tonne train, 3 cars with a 230.2 feet of length. So without further ado, let's begin. Right then, we've got till 11:18, which gives us plenty of time to set up this fine train. So first off, I want to turn on all our safety systems. Watch which ones I can. And I'll put the key in. I'll put that to neutral. Now I've actually gone to go on one more. The next thing I'm going to turn on that. Come over to headlights. They're all set. They'll think there's nothing else we need to look at. No, that's all good to go. Next thing we actually will do though is put some window wipers on. So intimate 2 should be enough. Right, let's just have a look at the train before we start off. So that's what we're looking at, and it is regional railways. I walk far off. I'm learning with these trains. The more I play it, or the more I play the sim, the more I'm learning, and there's so much to learn with this. On over the years I've conquered racing games and understand them. Trucking, I've understand them. Planes, I'm getting there, and the same with trains. Yep. There's still a few things that make me think, well, how does that work and how does this work? But again, over time, you pick it up. And again, there's some really good people out there on YouTube who dedicate their channels to trains. And the only reason I've done this channel myself is because I've got that many games. And some people don't like trains, some don't like trucking. So I thought, you know what, just make a dedicated channel to whatever I've got the most. And I've got quite a lot of content for trains. So I thought, let's do the decent thing, make a channel. Now, it is a little bit slow, so don't forget to like the video, give the channel a follow, let me get out there to the world, and then we can really show people what we've got content-wise. Now, I've got all the UK routes except for steam trains. They don't do it for me, but everything else I've got. I've even got the new ones. We've come out the 2 the other day, but I've not done them. There's plenty of time for that because we've got loads to be putting out. So, here we am at Longbridge, platform 1. And I'm looking for how and the marker to stop. So we've gone past it. Up here, there's little markers that say if you've got certain amount of carriages on, this is where you stop. You can stop now because your train's made the platform. So I'm going to stick the train with that DRA on. Is it A? Oh. And let's have a look outside. Well, I know I've made the platform, yeah, but it does take 2 seconds to check. Everybody's boarding and sorting themselves out. So as we wait now to pull away again. doors. Got 2 sirens going off there then. Right, turn off the DRA. And away we go again. Now this is a nippy little train. It's class 323. You get some trains and then a little bit hard to start and terrible to stop, but this is good for starting, good for stopping at high speeds. So hey. Now I see Dovetail and releasing another one of the freight trains for America in the next couple of days, and I will be doing some of them because I bought all those and I've not even got into any of the American freight trains. Now again, I know they are the best of things and they're probably a little bit boring because they go on for so long, but again, them trains at the end of the day, and you know, I mean, I might even leave them and do a live stream with them because I think that would be more better than actually doing a timetable run or a scenario. Scenarios ain't that long. I mean, this is half decent in size, this one. But again, we're stopping, I think, virtually at every train station along the way. Anyway. Come down just another little notch. Now I think that says 3 cars. Because it's definitely platform 3, because they're out platform 3. So that's my cue to bring the train to a halt. Open the doors, stick the DRA on, and just check. Now that's a different train to the one I'm driving. I couldn't see what that says then. I think that's a West Midlands train. This is a regional, and that's West Midlands train. There is difference. I think there's a different number class train, but there's also a difference in. I think they're just a local. If I'm wrong, somebody quote me different in the comments below. Also, if you'd like for me to actually cover a train or a route, then leave it in the comments. If I've got it, we'll sort it. Eh? Say it, see it, sort it, as the saying goes. I sound like that British Transport Police bloke on the train on some of the routes that I've got it. But no, if you want, you know, me to showcase a route, if you ain't bought it and you're thinking about it, and you know, you want to see before you buy it, kind of thing, I will give you my honest opinion. Now, I'm one of these people. If it's good, and I'm going to say it's good. If it's shite, pardon the French, I'm going to tell you it's shite. End of. Regardless who makes these train routes, sometimes, you know, it's like this. Now, this route, this Birmingham Cross City, if you go to Birmingham, it's got blue chairs. I'm sick to death of reporting it to Dovetail. All I get is the same comment back. We'll sort it when we can sort it, yeah? In other words, it's a priority, so we'll sort it in their time, but they still charge me and other people $29.99 for the privilege, yeah? When it shouldn't be like that in the first place. Now, I know them trying to make amends with all the updates they've done, and yes, I do appreciate it, because I bought the Class 90, which is a freight train, and all the little fixes they've put out. So yeah, I do, but you know, it's as if it's not been reported. It's only a skybox at the end of the day, and it's only at Birmingham New Street. Put it right, please. I mean, today, this route, this ain't popping, it ain't freezing. It's really doing the business. So, you know, and I'm enjoying it, like I've said on the stream previously, or many times. This is my go-to game at the end of the day for me to chill and drive my trains. I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, Kings Norton, platform 1, I'm with 5,000 and counting down to this platform, right? So we need to be at 40 mile an hour because there's the sign for it. So as we start to bring the train down, we don't need to be at 40 mile an hour just yet. So we can keep that little bit of speed on. But we're there now, so we might as well just hold that speed. 3,000 feet. We've got a green light to go, so that's all good. Well, as soon as we come in, I'm going to start applying a little bit more brake. As we come into this station here at Kings Norton. Railway passengers about, although it is tipping it down a rain, to be fair. It's good to see the passengers with their umbrellas up. Right, let's see. There's the markers. Now, I don't know if that's... Every station has these markers for carriages. I thought. Right, so there I got one. But I've got that sign that says stop. See? Yeah, the big S. You have to keep your eyes open with this game. It must be, I mean, it must be like second nature for a train driver nowadays. You know, but for people like myself, again, what should I say? You ain't going to be a train driver doing this, but you ain't going to be far off. You know. Could you learn? I reckon you could. Right, that was very short-lived. That day take long. Right then. Bourneville. The place where they make that chocolate, or they used to. Whether they do now, I hate you up. But that's where your Bourneville chocolate come from. Cadbury's. In a road. So it's 45 out of here now, because the signal's changed. That train driver would probably just do one route and, you know, learn that till he knows it out the back of his hand. We selves as Sims when going from one route to the next. Yeah, some of the routes you remember, but, you know, and some others you don't. But I watched the program, right, on YouTube, or I watched a video on YouTube, and this guy was making a right pig's ear of a train sim, a proper simulator. So what you see in here, he'd got all these dials and buttons, and he was making a right pig's ear of it. I thought, mate, even somebody that ain't got a clue whether he was doing it just for the video, but he was over speeding, and you know, it's in front of you. I mean, I would have loved something like that in my room. It would have been awesome. Now, I think Dovetail have got, or I'm sure I've seen it on one of their videos, where they've got a simulator and it's got Train Sim Classic on it. Because I thought that looks really good. Anyway, let's get this down to about 20 mile an hour as we come into Bourneville. slightly a little bit late. But again, now that colour could be to do with the colour of Bourneville chocolate. It's that kind of colour, isn't it? Whether that's the whole reason behind it, but well, let's get to the end. Keep looking for them markers that identify what's about, and it's out there. My God, these I'm doing ever so quick. Right. Next one, Sally Oak. Which we pull away. Well, we got 60 miles an hour out of here. By Bourneville. Again, no markings. There's only that big S, which means stop. Down on the, oh, this is how many carriages or many cars. Markers. That's what they're probably called. I mean, to be fair, there's only so much it tells you in the training on this sim and the thing. But I mean, they call out everything. You know, I have been a dig. And of course, things get updated as well. Anyway, what am I doing? Only 14 miles an hour and 60. I've got to pile on the old accelerator. See what I mean about this train, though? How fast it accelerates. It's sort of like a rocket, this Class 323. Well, I don't want to be like a rocket and it overshoots the station, so I'll get down to 2,000 feet and start slowing it down. Probably a little bit more than that. Swim up 50 miles an hour. And how far before these train stations come into view, and it's like, oh, panic! And you're slapping the anchors on as quick as you can, trying to slow your trains down. 20 miles an hour is good enough. Well, 29. Now, there's one of these stations on this route that I used to frequent when I was a kid, as my family lived over the road from it. I won't say nothing until we get to it. But I had many a good hour. Again, not causing it. We was never causing nobody any nuisance. We just used to stand on the platform and watch all the train. A bit of early train spotting, but not being any really that interested in how a train spotter would view trains. Yeah, I wore train spotting. It was just something to do when you've got nothing to do. That makes sense. Anyway. Oh, God. That's so quick. And we've got time to have a little drink in between. Right then, University. Platform 1. Now, I don't know if this is Aston University. I'm assuming it could be. They just call it University. Again, I'm going to have to look into it. Right, we've got 50 miles and the station is really on top of us, almost. Now there is there's a hospital to left. There's a QE. Why do I know that's a QE? Because of the way they design of the roof. Yep. So that's the QE. I can't make out any other iconic buildings, but I definitely know that's a QE. I don't think that is Aston University, but we'll have a look when I get the chance. Right then. Keep that at 16 pulling into here. I don't think this is I don't know, it could be. Could that be the grounds of the university? Not like school buildings. We'll have a look after on YouTube or something. Google knows everything, though, it folks, eh? So this could be. There we have anyway. So we unlock with doors. Definitely know that we've made the platform. My life. Give me a chance to do anything. Fill the door, fill the thing already. Right, away we go again. Right then. You know what I said? When I was a kid, I used to sit at a train station. Well, this is the one that's coming up now, and it's 5 ways Edgbaston. As my family lived on a road called Bath Road, which is in 5 way, just off 5 ways. You got the accident hospital, or you did have. Don't think it's there now. Down locally as the Aki. But 5 ways railway station was right over the road from my auntie. There was a paper shop, and then the railway, and then the other side was a garage petrol station. And in the little paper shop, if anybody is familiar with the Midlands, we'd always bump into people who was stars on the programme called Crossroads back in the day. I only know them as their stage name, so Meg Mortimer was one of them. There was their husband, he was another one. There was quite a few. Benny, who played in the garage. No, Benny. Can't think of his real name. But there was a mechanic as well at a Crossroads. They all used to use that garage on the way to work. Used to use that paper shop. You know, and being a kid, like, whoa, he's on the telly, I've just seen him, you know what I mean? He was something new. So I've got many a good memory being in Edgbaston, 5 ways, and being at 5 ways train station. So when I drive here, it looks exactly like it does when you're actually on the platform. So, and that's in both this Birmingham crew and this Birmingham Cross City line. They've done a really good job. Again, it's ain't that hard, but you know, I give them that they do something. They make it look authentic enough. You might put the speed up just a little tad. Otherwise we'll never get there. That's what I like to play this game. And see what I know that's iconic building or whatever. On some of the routes I ain't got a clue because I've not gone to them. But on some of them I'm thinking, okay, I know where that is, I know what that is. I think that's good when you can do that. And I watch some people that do train journeys. A young girl is always up and down the country on trains, and I think it's really interesting. I mean, I think looking at it, I think, my God, half these trains I've been on. Now these blocks of flats are actually on near Five Ways Island. Sure, it says that one with it says tower on the back. Oh, it is really funny seeing this. Oh, that bar's going up ever so quick. So it's sort of in, out, gone. Right, so here's New Street. Which, of course, he's not too far away from Five Ways. It's the next station in. So we got that 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, and then we got the 10. So I'm going to bring it down and get prepared because you have to crawl into Birmingham. Takes a little bit of skill to hold the actual speed. As I think you're going downhill once you get in here. Just as you come out the tunnel. That's the one tunnel. Once we come out here, there will be that 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. So as you can see, no matter what notch you put it on, we're gaining momentum, gaining speed. If we slow down, we actually lose too much power, which is that 1.3% decline. But at least we ain't speeding. Far from speeding at the moment. But as you come into the station, it does actually straighten itself out, so we're back on the flat. But this is where the problem is with the game, especially this DLC. These coloured chairs. I think somebody said there's a few problems with pillars in the way and whatever. I've never noticed them. I might look at it now. It's nice to see the people that more. God, it goes to 10 mile an hour, didn't I? Me talking. I mean, it's that's anything that's affecting the game, but it's the principle of it not being right, yeah? You know, if I'm trying to sell this game to somebody, yeah, it's brilliant, but your chairs are blue, I ain't gonna bother with that, am I? You know, it's only when you get to New Street, so I don't know why they just can't put it right. Now, if you come and play the Birmingham to Crewe one, there is more trains in. They did a really bad job with this. Even though the maps, even though the timetables are really good, I like the timetables and things to do. This is Birmingham. This is the second biggest city train station, and it's dead. And you've got the blue chairs. Look. Now, if I was to jump out the cab, they would change to the proper brown. Yeah. Then blue. Or it looks like a bluey white. Yep. It's wrong. They need to change it. Anyway, we've got a nice stop signal, and I've got to make sure that I don't overshoot that. I'm 3 minutes late, and you know. Anyway. But something like New Street, this should be absolutely buzzing. There should be trains coming all right, left, right, and centre, you know. Not dead like this. Anyway. It's the opposite side for that now on the out keyboard. We've been doing Y all the way down here. And it's the letter U10. So again, seconds to actually come on. Okay. So it's 10 mile an hour in the one way and 15 the other. I will just, well, I'm on the flat now anyway. Does look good though. I enjoy it. Like I says, the other one was totally different to this like Birmingham to Crewe one. It sort of follows like the regional route. Right, it's gone up to 15 mile an hour. So August bangs in 18. Now we got 50, 30. A bit of distance between this next station. Takes it close. Now, I thought this had got weather, because it's like blue skies and it's still raining. There's... Once it rains, it stays raining, should stop. I'm going to ask on the forums with this. Stations just come up into view. Now, I think this side of the DLC I ain't so familiar with. I've never even heard of this place. So... travelling to now. just get the speed up, and of course we've got to start braking again. But we have got a 70 miler, 60 out of here for the next one, and then to change to a 70 mile an hour speed limit. Right, so I'm looking for any braking. So there's 2 to 3 carriages. It's 2. This be the one. And that's just platform 1 and 2. That bar is going up ever so quick. Look, bang. Right, Aston platform. So I think university, definitely a Aston University. It's just called University. I think it was, to be fair, the reason why Aston A in the centre of Birmingham, Aston's on the outskirts of Birmingham, the other side of like the platforms. So I thought, now we definitely could be there just yet. Right then, we've got one warning system. So I bring me down to 45-ish. Yes, we know. It's telling me it's a speed reduction or something's happening. And this might not actually be where the university is. Yeah, there is a university in Aston, but I don't know if this is like the location of how far it is from the train station. I've never been. Sure that my train covering the whole platform. Right, we've got some really slow speeds coming up now. 20s. That was quick. Again. Gravelly Hill. I've never heard of these. Oh, it's so in crossing over lines, as that arrow's pointing to the 20 mile an hour speed limit. So here we go. It's 20 mile an hour across them, and then soon click into 40 mile an hour. As soon as I'm close to the track, let them know I'm here. Going to stripping out on the track. I don't know what they've done recently, but everything does seem to be skipping as much as it was. No, I don't know why there's a teddy bear there. As if you're really going to get out of the train, get the teddy bear and get back in. That makes this like arcadey rather than a simulator, picking all them things up. You wouldn't get off a train. You wouldn't stop a train for the teddy bear. Sure, the passengers would be like really happy, wouldn't they? I just got to get off my train just to pick up a teddy. Then. Get cocky. Ooh. There we go.
Surfaces may be slippery.
Right, how about that? Announcement about the floors. Being slippery. That's good, would it? Again, a little bit more realism. Eddington. Again, I've heard of Eddington. Eddington Shopping Centre when I was a kid. That was another place we used to frequent. As my cousin had friends who lived in Eddington. They had a massive shopping centre. I don't know if it's still there now, probably, eh? There's a lot of workers on the track today. Is that a regional? No, it's a West Midlands one. Tried to see what that sign says then, but it was a little bit too fast train-wise for me to focus in on what it says. Now there's another station right up against that one. See it after this, so that ain't even that far away from stopping at that one as well. Never get this to open right. Oh god. I ain't got time to look at that bloody train. How quick is these loading? Chester Road. Never heard of it. I'm assuming Chester Road's this little one up here. 3,000 feet away. I've never heard of it before. Okay, we're foiling the speed on. I need to bring the train to a stop again. Bring it down. Go. Lock the doors. Our other train stations in view as well. Oh, I've got them all really close. Lock the doors again. And away we go. Bartley Green, I've never heard of it. So again, all these places are new to me. Like I said, you learn something new with this train sim all the time. And I've had this for 2 years and I've never drove any of this before. It just shows, you know, once you start buying routes, just how much you've got to cover in them. I mean, them good DLCs, I must give them that. Even if they have got a few dodgy issues that they ain't put right, it's still a good DLC. Again, even better if you can get it on a sale. I mean, I bought it when it was Train Sim World 3. I'm now on 6. So it says a lot, doesn't it? Still go see what that train says, what class it is. Come on then, stop your train. Nearly made the time back. I was running behind schedule, but we've done pretty well. Sutton Coalfield. I've definitely heard of Sutton Coalfield. Also known as the overspill of Birmingham. Sutton Coalfield. That's what they say anyway. Right then, we've got a little bit of distance to get to Sutton Coalfield from here. So at least put the train into 60 mile an hour. I haven't showed yet. I thought it was too good to be true. not advisable to increase the speed coming towards the station, but we need to be at 35. Not a problem. Like I said about this train, it's really good at stopping and starting and braking at high speeds. So this is Sutton Coldfield train station. Ah! Four Oaks. This is the destination. Yeah, Longbridge to Four Oaks. Got a speed reduction. Oh, it's 35 and then a 45. And even been thrown a red stop signal into the mix. Although that might change in a minute. No, it ain't. Let's start bringing the speed down because we've got this red coming up. Waiting here. Oh, it's changed anyway. Now we're Birmingham at a 10 mile an hour. She's only got a 20. We're going uphill, so day two, but I'd rather go uphill than downhill. So as we slowly come into Four Oaks, it says there's a few stations along the way that are never heard of before. There's about 3. And I've enjoyed this little route or timetable, which it was. It was a timetable and not a scenario. There you have it, folks. Unlock with doors. Let the passengers off. And if we were to close the train down. No. There you have it. You had a little bit of speeding at the start. So 97.5. That's minus. That ain't too bad for the first attempt. They'll actually tell us where we sped. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. Till next time, as we say, ta-ra a bit.